Nikon Z7III. Is this the ultimate mirrorless camera of 2025? Section 1 Outline, Focus, Design, Sensor, Photography Specs, Video Capabilities, and Positioning 1. Introduction: Why the Nikon Z7III is such a hot topic. Rumors, leaks, and divided opinions. Why photographers are watching closely. Point 2. Nikon Z7 series legacy recap of the Z7 and Z7 II, known for detail and image clarity. Nikon's focus on high-resolution photography. Where the Z7 III fits in. The mirrorless timeline. 3. The sensor debate past use of Sony's 45.7 MP sensor. Early rumors of a shift to Sony's 6.1 MP sensor. New twist, a 6.7 MP sensor possibly from Tower Semiconductor. Why this change matters. Nikon building its own sensor identity? Risks: image quality, dynamic range, low light, and color science. 4. Photography power versus hybrid design. Will the Z7 III be a photography-first camera? Or will it chase the hybrid market, like Sony and Canon? Possible specs: 8K or 6K video. Internal ProRes RAW. Challenges of 8K. Overheating, rolling shutter, heat management. Z8 comparison. More balanced hybrid power versus photocentric design. 5. Price and positioning. Z7 II launched around $1,999. Z7 III expected closer to $3,499. Why the price bump? Inflation, new sensor, internal upgrades. Z7 III versus Z8. Is it unique enough? Target market. Studio, portrait, landscape shooters. Is it worth it? 6. Competition and market position. Canon's current approach. 4.5 MP speed-focused. Sony's Alpha 7 RV, powerful autofocus and tracking. Where Nikon fits, pushing megapixels versus pushing speed. The market need for a photography-first camera. What makes Nikon special and what they risk losing. 7. Body, build, and handling. Expected design: magnesium alloy, weather sealing, traditional grip. 4-axis tilting screen, sharper EVF, new articulating screen for flexibility. Improved in-body stabilization, -6.5 stops. Battery performance still behind DSLR era. 8. The confusion factor: conflicting leaks, removed prototypes, no official word. How silence may hurt Nikon's momentum. Comparison: Canon and Sony are being more aggressive. Impact of unclear branding and expectations. 9. Conclusion to Part 1 summary of what we know so far. Is this the next leap or a question mark? The answer depends on whether Nikon clears the air and delivers. Now that the outline is done, let's move on to Section 1 of the script, written in clear, natural English. Structured in paragraph form with a flowing narrative exactly as requested. Section 1 script. Nikon Z7 III 2025. The truth behind the buzz. The camera world is buzzing. And right now, no camera is causing more confusion, curiosity, and debate than the Nikon Z7III. It hasn't even been officially announced, but it's already one of the most talked about releases of 2025. Rumors are flying. Leaks appear, then vanish. Specs shift from week to week. And photographers? They're left wondering what's real, what's fake, and what exactly is Nikon planning. The Z7 III isn't just another mirrorless camera. It represents something bigger. It's the next step in Nikon's journey, a journey that started with the original Z7, continued with the Z7 II, and now builds towards something potentially game-changing. Or possibly disappointing. That's the tension. Everyone wants this camera to be the one that redefines Nikon's place in the mirrorless world. But right now, no one really knows where it stands. Let's take a step back. The Nikon Z7 line has always stood for high resolution and image detail. The original Z7 came out strong, offering a 45.7 megapixel sensor and delivering stunning images. It was sharp. It was clean. It was aimed at serious photographers who cared about pixel-level detail, landscape shooters, studio pros, and portrait artists. Then came the Z7 II. It refined the formula but didn't revolutionize it. Now, the Z7 III is supposed to do what Nikon hasn't done in years: make a bold leap forward. At the center of the debate is the sensor. This one component defines the image quality, dynamic range, low light performance, and overall personality of the camera. For years, Nikon has used Sony sensors, especially in its high-end full-frame cameras. The Z7 and Z7 II both use the trusted 45.7 MP Sony sensor. It worked well and users loved the results. But for the Z7 III, things might be changing. Early rumors hinted at a jump to Sony's 6.1 MP sensor, the same one used in the Alpha 7R4. That would have been a safe move. More resolution, trusted tech, proven results. But then came a curveball. New reports suggest that Nikon might use a brand new 6.7 MP sensor and not from Sony. Instead, it could come from Tower Semiconductor, a company Nikon has worked with before, but only in crop sensor cameras. If true, this would be the first time Nikon uses a Tower sensor in a full-frame flagship. Why does that matter? Because it signals a strategy shift. Nikon might be trying to create its own sensor identity, its own look, feel, and style. That could mean more control over color science, less dependency on Sony, and a stronger brand voice. But it also comes with risk. Tower Semiconductor isn't proven at this level, and photographers are picky. They rely on dynamic range, color accuracy, and reliable noise control, especially when you're packing in nearly 70 million pixels. This makes one thing clear. The Z7 III isn't just a spec update, it's a gamble. If Nikon pulls it off, they could separate themselves from the pack. If they miss, they could lose the very audience they're trying to serve. Now comes the next question. Is this camera just for photography, or is it chasing the hybrid crowd? In recent years, cameras have had to do more. Photographers now shoot video. Videographers now take stills. The lines are blurred. Some leaks suggest that the Z7 III might support 8K video and even internal ProRes RAW. If true, that would put it in direct competition with hybrid beasts like the Canon R5 or Sony A7S III. But let's be honest, high-resolution sensors and 8K video don't always mix well. Overheating, rolling shutter, and massive file sizes all become real problems. Historically, Nikon hasn't chased extreme video specs. Their focus has been stills. Even the Z8, which is far more balanced, doesn't try to be the top video RIG. So when we hear about 8K rumors, we have to ask, is this real or is it just wishful thinking? More likely, the Z7 III will offer solid video options, maybe 6K recording, maybe better heat management, but probably not cinema-level specs, and that's fine. Not every camera needs to be a hybrid hero. Let's talk about price. The Z7 II launched at around $1,999, but that was before inflation, chip shortages, and new production costs. Today, insiders expect the Z7III to cost closer to $3,499. That's a big jump, and it puts the Z7 III dangerously close to the Z8, which is already on sale and packed with performance. So why would someone choose the Z7 III over the Z8? Nikon needs to answer that question. Because at this price point, buyers expect clarity. If the Z8 is faster, better for video, and only slightly more expensive, then the Z7 III has to stand out. Its identity needs to be sharp and focused, a camera built for maximum detail, for professionals who care about precision over speed. That leads us to the competition. Canon has been holding steady at 45 megapixels. Instead of chasing resolution, they focused on speed, autofocus, and reliability. Sony, meanwhile, is pushing hard with the Alpha 7RV. That camera has top-tier autofocus, powerful AI tracking, and strong video features. For Nikon to compete, the Z7 III needs to go all in on what it does best: photography-first performance, unbeatable sharpness, and pro-level image quality. The good news is, there's still space in the market for a camera like that. Not everyone wants speed. Not everyone needs 20 frames per second or 4012 FPS. Some want detail. Some want files they can print huge. Some want the purest photo quality possible. And Nikon can give them that if they commit to it. Let's not forget the body itself. Nikon's cameras have always felt good in the hand. Solid, balanced, durable. The Z7III is expected to keep that tradition. Magnesium alloy construction, weather sealing. Deep, comfortable grip. It's a tool that feels professional. Reports say we might see a sharper electronic viewfinder, possibly higher resolution, and a new 4-axis articulating screen. That screen would make it easier to shoot from odd angles, whether you're doing product photography, macro work, or just trying to get creative. In-body image stabilization is also getting an upgrade. Rumors suggest the Z7 III will offer about 6.5 stops of stabilization. That's good, not class-leading, but strong enough for handheld shooting, especially in low light. The battery life may improve slightly, but it probably won't match the stamina of DSLR days. Still, with smart power management, most photographers should get through a day of shooting. But beyond all the features, there's something else Nikon needs to fix: the confusion. Leaks have been inconsistent. Some say one thing, others say the opposite. A rumored prototype image popped up online, then disappeared. Nikon hasn't said a word. No teaser, no confirmation, just silence. And in today's market, silence is dangerous. When buyers don't know what to expect, they hesitate. And when they hesitate, they start looking elsewhere, to Sony, to Canon, to brands that are moving faster and communicating more clearly. That wraps up the first half of our deep dive into the Nikon Z7 III.